Hello everyone. So today we shall see how to evaluate a patient with hypokalemia in emergency department. So hypokalemia is basically due to these etiologies, wherein it is mainly due to either transcellular shift, abnormal losses, either renal or extrarenal, and inadequate intake. So let's see how do we evaluate such patient in emergency department. Evaluation in emergency department begins with looking for symptoms and warning signs which warrants urgent treatment, wherein looking for weakness, palpitation and changes in ECG. So let's see ECG changes in hypokalemia. First ECG manifestation is decreased T wave amplitude, which can further progress to ST interval depression, T wave inversions, PR interval prolongation and U wave. Arrhythmias that are associated with hypokalemia include sinus bradycardia, ventricular fibrillation, ventricular tachycardia and torsades de pointis. After looking for warning signs, a history of previous hypokalemic periodic paralysis must be taken. History of hyperthyroidism, use of insulin or beta agonist, which suggests possible transcellular shift, which must be managed according to the etiology of transcellular shift. If no evidence of transcellular shift is present, next is we will have to look for urinary potassium excretion, which is ideally measured via a 24-hour urine collection, wherein excretion of 30 milliequivalents of potassium per day indicates inappropriate renal potassium loss, or alternatively spot urine potassium concentration more than 15 and potassium to creatinine ratio more than 13 also indicates renal loss, and if it is lesser, that indicates extrarenal losses, that is through GIT or due to inadequate intake. Further, under renal losses, we have to check if the patient has hypertension or hypervolemia. Then the conditions associated with mineralocorticoid excess must be evaluated, that is either primary or secondary hyperaldosteronism, Cushing syndrome and congenital adrenal hyperplasia. And if the patient doesn't have hypertension or hypovolemia, then the acid-base status must be checked. If the patient has acidosis, then it could be due to renal tubular acidosis type 1 and type 2. If the patient had alkalosis, then it could be due to Bartter syndrome, Gitelman syndrome or diuretic use. Along with potassium, other electrolytes must be evaluated, as alkalosis may present with hypokalemia, hypocalcemia and hypomagnesemia. Patient would have low chloride levels if vomiting was present. Chloride levels may be elevated if renal loss is present. So this is how we evaluate for hypokalemia. So hope this was useful. Thank you.